Russian missiles and drones pounded Kyiv overnight Thursday in the deadliest attack on the city since July, part of an assault on targets across Ukraine. Ukraine says at least 15 are dead, 4 of them children. The strikes hit homes, and neighbors are left trying to dig each other out of the rubble.
The missile hit, and people were simply thrown by the impact. They were just lying there. There was a woman, a wife, and a child. The woman was under a cement block. Her head was cut, split open. She was under this block, and we weren't able to lift it. It was only lifted when the emergency services came, but she couldn't be saved.
After the sun came up, survivors packed their belongings and began to process what happened. For some who fled to Kyiv from the front line, it's yet another displacement.
I
heard the sound of the impact while I was sleeping, and then I saw the window frame falling towards me.
What were you thinking at that moment?
Where my cat went.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky criticized Russia on social media, saying it's choosing to, quote, continue killing instead of ending the war. And he called on China, set to host Russian President Vladimir Putin at a military parade next week, to respond to the attack. In the European Union, this latest attack is sparking fury.
I'm outraged by the attack on Kyiv, also hitting our EU offices. This was the deadliest drone and missile attack on the capital since July. And as you can see behind me on the screen, it was an attack also on our delegation. I just spoke with our deputy ambassador, and I'm relieved that none of our staff were harmed.
But Ukraine is doing strikes of its own, targeting a pillar of the Russian economy, oil. A drone strike hit this refinery in Samara, hundreds of kilometers from the Ukrainian border. From Moscow, views of Thursday's attack are quite different. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov says Russia doesn't deliberately attack civilian targets. It says Ukraine is hitting civilian infrastructure in Russia, too. And Peskov says Russia's still ready to talk.
The strikes are successful, the targets are being destroyed, and the special military operation continues. At the same time, Russia remains interested in continuing the negotiation process in order to achieve our goals through political and diplomatic means.
But the attack could complicate any talks. In Europe, at least, there's some skepticism of progress. U.S. President Donald Trump has pushed for Zelensky and Putin to meet face-to-face. But German Chancellor Friedrich Merz now says it's obvious such a meeting won't happen. For now, the question of what Thursday's attack means for diplomacy is one that's too early to answer. Patrick Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.